These are the biggest mistakes new players make in City Skylines. Number 1. Starting over. I am guilty of taking the easy way out as well. When I ran into problems that seemed a bit intimidating, I would just abandon my current build and start a new city. The biggest issue here for me was I didn't really learn from my mistakes because I never analyzed or tried to fix them. When you run into any kind of problems within the game, it's crucial for your learning process to find the root of the problem and try to fix it. Now let's say there's a traffic issue and it starts to bottleneck at a certain point in your city. Rather than trying to adjust the bottleneck and adding more lanes, for instance, try and locate the cause of the massive traffic influx and fix it from the beginning. Number 2. Too much commercial. The demand for commercial can be high sometimes, and you want to meet that demand. However, you have to be careful not to mass zone too much commercial on one spot. Rather have it spread out across your city. First of all, commercial buildings require goods that are delivered by truck from your industrial areas. Secondly, the Sims will want to go shopping there, and if the majority of your citizens drive their car, that is just an extra influx of traffic to a condensed area which you can avoid. Number 3. Tight junctions. A common beginner's mistake is having multiple junctions too close to one another. Those are often also four-way junctions and can get pretty congested with traffic pretty quickly. I would advise to rather space out your junctions a minimum of 10 units. Another good tip for that is to avoid the four-way junctions. You can do three-way junctions, or T-intersections, instead and have one less path for cars to come into the intersection. Number 4. Too many buses. Public transportation is super important. I'm sure by now you all know that. It is very tempting to instantly draw your first bus line as you unlock it, and that is the right course of action for your city. However, it is not a good idea to have one gigantic bus line running through your entire city, spawning 30 buses to complement the line. That will do the opposite of what it's supposed to, namely get cars off the road. With too many buses, your traffic will become worse. The same applies if you have too many shorter bus lines that spawn less buses, but since there are so many, it will also cause major traffic issues. Keep the bus lines short and simple. Don't go overboard with them. Number 5. Not utilizing pedestrian paths. The biggest mistake new players make is forgetting about walkability in the city. The Sims in the game will go great distances without their car if the player helps them get around easily. That means, for one, different types of public transportation that complement each other, but also walking paths spread out across the city. You want to connect zoned housing blocks with pathways, and of course, your busiest public transportation stations. What I also like to keep an eye on is connecting pedestrian crossings with pathways. You basically want to make it as easy as possible for your citizens to get around your city without their car. Now, if you want to know 5 vanilla tips for your city, I highly recommend you check out this video right over here. Thank you so much for watching, stay safe out there, and bye-bye!